donde anónimos señores sacan a pasear dolores a un jardín de soledad. En un cuarto baratieri de una anónima pensión. Dime varoncito, dime si te acuerdas, dime si te acuerdas, dime si te acuerdas de esa pecadora, ave de la madrugada que entre tragos de cerveza compartió tu soledad. Dime varoncito, ¿te acuerdas de ella? Veterana de la espera, de la calle vieja flor. Su cuerpo tiene un precio, pero su alma no. Saludan ni conocen. Dime varoncito, ¿te acuerdas de ella? Recuerde el alma dormida, avívense, soy despierte, templando un recuerdo de aguardiente.
And again, welcome to KXVS 92.1 FM. And of course, that was Rubén Blades y Seis del Solar. And that was done by Juana Mayo, A Woman's Name. And then we had Malo with Suavecito. And of course, like I was saying earlier, I have someone very special here. Very special. And the reason why I say very special, because he's on Sabor Latino. And of course, that is Julio Garcia. And he's with the Less Soda, Better Health campaign. Hola, Julio, ¿cómo estás?
Good, bien. Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you. And you know what? I was just thinking about when I just ran into you, just recently, and that was at the multilingual, multicultural health fair.
Yeah.
And you know what? Every year I see that health fair is growing, is getting bigger and bigger. More and more people are participating there. They're being part of the event, and more vendors también. And I thought that was pretty cool. And then the talent, of course, it was out of there. All these dancers. That was the first time I've seen that.
Yeah.
Now, last year we did have cultural dancers, the Hmong dancers, and they were awesome. I didn't see them this time around, but it is possible that they may have performed way early, because I wasn't there that early. I came later on because, of course, I couldn't make it there that early. I was running around doing all sorts of stuff, and plus I had the radio too that I had to come back to. And so, but they did perform, and
they were actually the first performance.
Oh, their tall hats and their beautiful outfits. That's I love their dances. I love to see cultura entwined like that, because when you have so many different cultural in different areas, it's beautiful to see. It gives you a feeling of unity. No,
definitely. I think it definitely highlighted like Stockton's diversity. It's not predominantly just the Latino community or the African American community, right?
Right.
It was just this whole like mix of, you know, the diverse population here in
Yeah.
Stockton. And it was very beautiful.
What did they say in Stockton? The melting pot.
Yeah, yeah.
Because tienes todos colores, todas raíces,
Exactly.
all nationalities. And I love to see that. And that's one event that I've always been part of. This year I wasn't as much, but I came in and I still brought my little basket because, of course, now I'm promoting the radio station, which is your community radio. Did you know you had a community radio?
I actually didn't.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, yeah.
And this community radio, let me tell you, we're nonprofit. We're a year and maybe 6 months new.
Okay.
I still call us new because we're still climbing. We are streaming. We're not transmitter live yet, just like every other radio station. But what makes us unique is we're for the community, by the people, for the people.
Okay.
And that's what makes it kind of unique because we're not commercial like every other radio station. And you know, people just can't get on there or can't afford their ad rates because they're way out there, you know.
Yeah.
And with the community radio, I always tell everybody, you know what, we're here for all the nonprofit organizations. We're nonprofit ourselves, so we want all the nonprofits to be part of this community radio so that way they too can also advertise, promote their events, whatever it may be. If it's a beautiful family resource, then I want it. I want people to hear it. I want people to know about it. And so I'm so happy that you are here because you're going to share the good news, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So are you ready to go for it? Share the good news because from what I've been reading, you know, I did do something right.
Okay.
As a mom, I took away sodas from my kids at an early age. Why? Because for one, I'm not a soda drinker, not as much every now and then maybe, but something about it just doesn't agree with me, and I think it's the fizz and the amount of sugar that goes in there.
Yeah.
Another time, I had a friend tell me that he put his son's tooth inside a cup that had half a Coke, and within hours, the tooth was disintegrating.
Yeah.
That sugar was just breaking it down.
Yeah, they use it to clean pennies, to clean toilet bowls.
Oh my goodness,
So-
that is just crazy.
I mean, just imagine what it does within your stomach and to your body.
And that's why, you know, and another reason too is at that time we really couldn't afford health. So I figure, well, you know what, I'm going to take away the soda because cavities. My kids have perfect teeth today because of it.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Water and juice and milk. That's it.
That's good. That's good.
And so a lot of people thought, you know, moms, that I was mean. But no, I was caring for my kids' teeth. I was caring for our health. And so I think I did right. And, you know, that was a big thing for me because I did. I said, nope, I'm going to put my foot down and I'm going to take soda away from my kids because I don't want them to have it.
Yeah, and a big shout out to you.
Well, thank you. And you know what? This was years ago. Because my kids now they're 25 and 24, 18, but they all have good teeth. And man, yeah, I gotta say, I gotta give it to me doing that, taking action that way because they have the most beautiful smiles, and that's the reason why, because I took that away. I am also very conscious when it comes to food too, and at my age, people can't believe my age because I'm so thin. But then again, I just finished having an event too that made me even lose more weight. But I thought to myself, that's okay, I could gain it back. But I've always been thin, trim, and I believe it's from eating right as well. You know, I push a lot of veggies. I push a lot of stir fries. I push a lot of salads. You know. And I believe in that. Why too? Is because I come from farm labor. I mean, Daddy was in farm. He was a contractor all his life. He was a farmer. And so Daddy would come home with crates and crates of all this produce and, oh my goodness, veggies and fruit. I mean, in the wintertime, we were the only ones having cherries because we canned a lot. But it was nice to be able to have that and share it. With everybody else, it was like, you're having cherries in winter? Wow. It's like, well, we learned how to can, and that was because of Daddy. Yeah, that was another reason too. So share with us what you have because, you know, I'm really interested in what's going on. And the more I read about it, the more I think, darn, diabetes is on the rise.
Yeah.
And that is a sad thing, because I just lost a friend, one of my DJs from the KOP days. His name was Joker. I lost him 2 days before we had the event last year. And the event that I'm talking about is the Chicano Community Program radio reunion. And I combine it with this radio, because this is now a radio. It's a community radio, and that's something that we haven't had for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I'm going to give tribute to all my communication fathers, and that's Mario Hernandez, Ponce Reese, Robert Navarro, Joker, individuals that left an impression in the communications fields for me. And not only that, but, beautiful people that gave of themselves, constant teaching, beautiful leaders in this area.
Yeah.
And so that's my way of keeping them alive, and in memory of. And so this event that I do is also has a lot to do with the cultura, tradition.
Yeah.
And so that's another reason why I also want to continue it, because we need it. I keep hearing more and more of our youth are losing tradition, are losing our language, and that's a big concern of mine too.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know what, Julio, go ahead and share with us. I want to hear everything about the campaign, why it started, when did it start,
Okay.
where are you going with it, and how we can help as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, so thank you, Betty, for having me on the show.
Oh, you're very
It's definitely an honor to be here.
Placer.
I guess I want to backtrack a little bit before
Okay.
I get into the kind of nitty gritty of the campaign.
Okay.
And something you said really resonated with me when you said that you lost somebody really close,
Yes.
to diabetes. And what we're seeing is you're not the only one here in Stockton. You're
It's
not
a
the
sad thing. You
Yeah.
keep hearing that over and over, Julio, and that gets me.
Yeah, and you're not the only one in San Joaquin County, in California, and in the nation. Here in San Joaquin County, we have 1 in 3 children that will be developing either pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes in
That
their
gives me the
lifetime.
goosebumps. 1
Yeah.
in 3.
1 in 3. And then that statistic turns into 1 in 2 children for black and brown families. So now you have a lot of, young Latinos, young African Americans being affected at a higher rate.
Híjole.
And, there's a lot of, outside kind of consequences that kind of go into that. Obviously, income is a big part of that. Access to healthy foods is a big part of that. And also it comes down to just tradition and culture within the families. I come from a family that, si no hay una coca, no se come, right? You always got to have that 20-ounce soda, that 2-liter in the dinner table, right?
Something about the sweetness of it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just the sweetness, just having that carbonation in your drink. And so, I mentioned that because my work kind of comes from a very personal place. I've had my grandma suffer from diabetes for 25 years. So she's had diabetes longer than I've been in this world, right? I had my sister who just got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes about 2 years ago.
Oh, shoot. What's her age?
So she's 39 right now.
Okay.
So
still
she's a
young.
little, she's still a little bit older than me. But, when you think about diabetes, people think that's a old folk disease, right? That's something that you start thinking about when you're 70, 75.
Right.
But we're seeing that more younger and younger folks are getting these either pre-diabetes or getting diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, in the early 20s, 30s.
That's crazy.
And then lastly, my own mom, she got diagnosed with pre-diabetes about 3 months ago. So she's borderline there. And, it's very hard to switch habits,
Yes.
having coffee every morning with tons of sugar.
Yes.
Having the, soda at lunch, dinner.
Yes.
So when I heard about this campaign, I just graduated from college. So I was getting out of college trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I definitely want to do community organizing. Didn't want to get involved in community engagement.
Oh, you're a perfect speaker.
Yeah,
and
thank
good
you.
representative. So.
And I heard about this campaign, Less Soda, Better Health, that was going to kick off in Stockton. So this campaign actually started in mid-July here in Stockton.
This year.
Yeah. So what we did was that we saw this community in need, not just in need of diabetes prevention and education, but it needs in all aspects of social issues, right? So we focus on going into the community, going door to door, community events, health fairs. We go to public bus stops, we go to parks, anywhere that we can see, Stockton residents just hanging out, And we approach them and we say, hey, do you have a quick minute to talk about diabetes education? You know, and we have kind of like a little pamphlet, just kind of going about giving health statistics, what they can do to prevent any of these diseases, and also showing them how much sugar some of their drinks have, some of their favorite drinks have, you know. So it's been actually a very surprising amount of conversations that I have where people think vitamin water, Gatorade, and all these other like sports drinks, healthy drinks, quote unquote, and how they think those are very healthy drinks.
To drink while they're dehydrated. I think not. I kind of feel the same way too.
And then, you know, the Stockton heat doesn't help. You know, when Stockton residents feel the heat, the first thing they go to is a soda or a Gatorade or a Powerade, right?
I reach for water. Let me tell you, Julio, I do. I'm a water drinker. I reach for water all the time. I have my water in the morning. I have my water at night, you know. I have my bottled water right there. And a lot of people say, don't drink bottled water because of the plastic, right? But, you know, today, you can't drink tap water. It's the water's not good to drink. You know, I'm hearing a lot of odd things that are happening to individuals that are drinking it. And so, you know, unless you order or get that water that comes in big old jugs, you know, big old gallon, you know.
You get 5 gallons. Well, we've been doing some work around that as well. We partnered up with Public Health Advocates here in Stockton. In the past 2 years, they've been giving out Brita filters. They're the ones you kind of just put tap water into it, and they have a filter that filters out, you know, all the stuff that.
Do they really work? Do they really work well? I mean, well enough to filter everything out?
I mean,
that's good to know.
Yeah, so it's been proven that it filters out the tap water, like any chemicals that might be in it. So they've been giving out a lot of filters to the community. This past year, this past like 2 months ago, they were giving out the filters to refill for that filter, the pitcher that they gave out last year.
Now, how long do you have to, after so much usage, how long does it take before you have to change the filter?
So those filters usually have to change them around like 3 to 4 months, depending. 3 to 4 months, depending on your family size. At Black Family Day, at the Waterfront Park about like a month ago.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
No worries. We were giving out 12 filters in like boxes to the community.
Good for you.
So they have probably like 3 to 4 years of filters, clean water, and any, you know, assurance that their tap water won't be, you know, accessible to drink, right?
Yes.
And it's just giving it, you know, more of having water as an option in itself is doing a lot of great work here in Stockton. Because like you said, it's very hard to access those healthy options, right? That organic juice, that purified water, etc., etc. And, you know, you can buy at Arizona, 2 Arizonas for $1, or Cokes or Pepsis for $1, $2. You know, people tend to buy the cheaper option, right?
Yes.
It costs around $5 to get an organic carton of juice, right? So where people are naturally going to pick?
They're going to go with the cheaper brand because it's less expensive, and that's where we're going wrong. But I hear you. I mean, I try to go organic, and sometimes it's like my pocketbook just doesn't allow. It's like, hijo, you know, when you have 3 girls in college, 2 thank goodness, they graduated. I still have my little one. She's still heading, you know, she wants to major something in medicine. She may be my first little doctor in the family, and that'd be wonderful. So I'm still supporting her, and because of that, you watch the amount of money that goes out, and you're frugal. You're as frugal as can be, because you have to be. And so, I can see that. But, you know, for me, I've always been a water drinker, and that's something I'm never going to give up. And that's something I taught my girls, too, at an early age, too, and they love water today. Like I said, I know every now and then they probably do have soda, but they turn more to water than anything. And I'm glad of that, because like I said, you know, I think I have helped them health-wise. And I'm hoping that this is something that they will carry for the rest of their lives, and you know, if they choose to have a family, you know, to pass it on.
And that's one of the main points that we kind of go about in this campaign, where we're not going around saying stop drinking soda, you know, completely take it out.
I mean, that's something's going to happen, you know,
because it's very difficult.
The amount is what you're saying,
or just
cut back,
or just knowing, hey, like, I'm not telling you to stop drinking soda, but if you're drinking 3 sodas a day, I want to let you know how much sugar you're intaking. and how much is that damaging your health in the long run.
So do you ever show them the amount of sugar that's in that
Yeah,
can?
definitely. So I mean,
And I bet you that does impact them. They're
Yes.
like, wait a minute, that can't be, right?
Yeah. So I don't have like the display board with
Little
me.
samples.
But we do carry around like regular drinks, right? We have
Uh-huh.
like a soda bottle, and then we have like a pack of sugar that's kind of like taped to it. So we go around, or when we do presentations in schools or at community events, we let them know, hey, are you drinking this soda? Look how much sugar is in this.
Yeah,
right?
visual, that leaves
Exactly.
an impact, and it does,
Yeah.
because a lot of people are more visual than anything. You could talk to them till you're blue in the face, and they still
Yeah.
don't get it. But when they see it,
Yeah.
when they see the amount of sugar that's in that container, they're like, "Wow, I'm consuming that."
I think the big one that gets a lot of folks is we have like this Coca-Cola bottle piggy bank.
Yes.
It's pretty tall. We filled it up with sugar, 7 pounds of sugar, right?
Right.
That is equivalent to drinking a soda a day for a whole month, just one a day, right? So when I talk to these
all
folks, they're like, oh yeah, I drink, maybe a Pepsi a day. I'm like, okay, so let me show you this. I want you to carry, I want you to hold 7 pounds of sugar and let you know this is how much sugar is going in your body
Wow.
for just drinking a soda a day for a month. And they just like,
I bet you blow them
completely-
away.
Yeah.
You just
completely
blow them
mind
away.
blown, Yeah.
And like I said, more people are more visual than anything. So
Exactly.
when you show them, they can't believe it. They're like, "Wait a minute, this isn't happening, or is this what I'm consuming?"
Yeah.
So, like I said, it does leave an impact.
Mhm.
Good deal. Good job. I'm glad you're doing that because people need to actually see it.
Mhm.
And this is something that I saw in Colorado, and there was someone that had the same and had all these sodas, and it had a container next to the soda, and it showed the amount of content, sugar content in every container, and like I said, it leaves a big impact, and people were just blown away by it.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
the more you show, I think the more convincing for individuals to at least cut back.
Mhm.
Because it's true, they're not going to give away something they love so much, but
Yeah.
at least they could cut back and
Yeah.
start taking care of the health
Yeah.
a little better. So that's great. So what other things are you doing to get the word out? Now you talked about campaigning. You go door to door.
Yeah, so we knock on doors Monday through Saturday,
Okay.
and we give this information to the residents at their doorstep. So we pick a neighborhood, and then we say, hey, I'm gonna walk this block, I'm gonna walk this block. I'll meet you in 2 hours, 3 hours, and
Okay.
then we'll see how many people we talk to.
It's like canvassing.
Pretty much like exact same
So
thing. Yeah.
what is phone banking? I'm interested in that.
So phone banking is just the process of calling Stockton residents,
Okay.
and giving the information that we give out in the streets.
Okay.
But through a phone call. So we'll have
Okay.
our volunteers, our student interns. We have a lot of high school students getting involved in our campaign.
That is wonderful.
We just sit down at our offices. We
Uh-huh.
spread out, have some tables, and then we call. We have those voter registration lists. And we just call, and then I say, hey, my name is so and so. I'm with the Less Soda Better Health campaign. Do you have a quick minute to talk about diabetes and sugary drinks? And we give them the information. And if they have any questions, we feel free to ask them. We give them more information. We even give them referrals. We've been working with a lot of community organizations here in Stockton. So it's not just we give them information and then we leave, right?
Right.
If they have follow-up questions hey, I personally suffer from diabetes, but I don't know where to go to.
Right.
So we refer them to any organizations working around diabetes, or to the YMCA who has diabetes classes, or public health services. So whatever it is that they need, we tailor that education towards them.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so that's pretty much phone banking. We just sit around and call people.
So where is your office? Where are you located? Are you downtown? Are you north, or where are you?
We're in downtown.
Why don't you give your info, your connection info? Give your number, your email, your Facebook, whatever it is that you have, so that way people are able to get a hold of you if they have any questions. Because right now our community their ears are perked.
Yeah.
And grab a piece of paper and a pen. People, get ready for the information that Julio's about to give you.
Yeah, so I'm with the Less Soda Better Health campaign. We're located in 343 East Main Street, 7th floor, room 715. We're in the big court tower. Those are our main offices, but we're always out in the field engaging with the community. And our phone number is 209-479-6881. And if you have any more information, general questions, we definitely encourage y'all to give us a call. You can also email me at Garcia, that's Garcia dot Julio, Julio 95 at gmail.com. And we'll be happy to refer you to any services, answer any questions, and yeah, just give you more information about our campaign and all the great work
Give
we're
me your
doing.
email one more time. Go ahead and say it.
It's Garcia dot Julio 95 at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yeah.
Got it. Because this is good info, because, you know, when people ask, I want to make sure that I have all the right information to continue to give it out. And do appreciate it. You know, I love when you know, somebody from the community is willing and able to come and bring information right here to your community radio station to share with the community. So thank you so much. You have any shout outs, anybody that you want to say, hey, from the radio station here?
Yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to Betty for having me on. And yeah, and just a quick reminder about our campaign's culminating event. We're having a Dia de los Muertos event at the Mexican,
put it out there. Yes.
At the Mexican Heritage Center on November 1st.
November 1st.
Yeah, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Once again, it's a Dia de los Muertos event for the community at the Mexican Heritage Center. And the Mexican Heritage Center is located at 111 South Sutter Street. It's in downtown, right near our office as well. And we're going to have an altar for the community to come and add their own kind of, you know, pictures, decorations. We are celebrating the families who have suffered a loss because of diabetes, or have any family members suffering from the disease. It's not exclusive to that. We do encourage everybody to come out, whether you have or know somebody that has diabetes or not. And it's a good family event. We're going to have free food, free water, and activities for like little kids, for any of the students who come out. We're going to have some live music as well. And like I said, it's an opportunity for you to come and meet some other community members, and just celebrate, you know, Dia de los Muertos, celebrate those who have passed on, and keep them in your heart, keep them in your memory, right?
That's beautiful. So, that's beautiful. I'm going to see if I could make it out there. That's another event that I've been trying to partake in. Let's see, for the past 3 years. I think last year I didn't, because I was at the radio station. But the years before that, I was partaking, and I was giving away some gifts, and I was doing, I think I was doing some face painting too with the children too. Yeah. I'm an artist, and that's something that I love doing, because kids, I just blow them out of the water when I do these beautiful designs on them. Like, wow, you did this. But when you have the right paints, you know, which allows the little skins to breathe, then this is something that I don't mind doing for kids, because it makes them really happy. But you know what? Kudos to you guys for what you do. I love the fact that you're putting the word out there, how serious this can be. And, you know, it is time now to change. If there is something that you're consuming that is not all that great for your body, then maybe it's time to, you know, make a little change, a little adjustment. Don't give everything up. Just, you know, keep that in mind, because
pasito a pasito, right?
Al pasito, despacito, como dicen. Sí, you know, it's got to be. If you'd like to do this in español, ¿te gustaría?
Yeah.
Porque también tengo muchos mexicanos que están escuchando.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. You could touch on everything that you covered in English. That would be wonderful. We still have time.
Sounds good. Bueno, pues buenas tardes, comunidad. Me llamo Julio Garcia, soy organizador comunitario aquí en Stockton. Soy en una campaña que se llama Menos Soda, Mejor Salud, y lo que hacemos en la campaña es ir a la comunidad, entregamos información sobre las bebidas azucaradas y el diabetes en nuestra comunidad. Estamos viendo que en Stockton muchas familias están sufriendo de esta enfermedad, o tienen conocidos que sufren de esta enfermedad. En el condado de San Joaquín vemos que 1 en 3 niños va a padecer del prediabetes o el diabetes tipo 2. Y entre las familias mexicanas, latinas y las familias afroamericanas, esta estadística sube a 1 en 2, ¿verdad? Entonces es un problema muy grave aquí en la comunidad. Entonces, como les digo, yo y unos compañeros del trabajo, voluntarios, residentes de Stockton, estamos dando a la comunidad y dando esta información. Vamos en puerta, damos la información sobre estas bebidas azucaradas. También vamos a eventos comunitarios, a ferias de la salud. Tenemos presentaciones en escuelas, en organizaciones de trabajo, También vamos a lugares públicos como paradas del autobús, vamos a parques, nos ponemos a veces enfrente de una Walmart o un Food Fest, un mercado, y como le digo, nomás damos esta información para que la gente sepa.
Está bien, ahora de todos sus datos, dónde van a estar, cómo pueden comunicar contigo, número de teléfono y dónde está la oficina.
Okay. Sí, si quieren más información sobre las bebidas azucaradas y el diabetes aquí en Stockton, sobre nuestra campaña, pueden llamarnos al 209-479-7881. Ese es nuestro número de la oficina. Si tienen preguntas sobre el diabetes, si tienen preguntas sobre la campaña, cómo se pueden involucrar, si quieren salir y hacer su trabajo con nosotros, si quieren ser voluntarios, nos pueden dar una llamada. También le pueden mandar un email a mi email personal, que es garcia.julio95@gmail.com. Y también los quiero invitar a un evento familiar que estamos celebrando el Día de los Muertos. Vamos a celebrar este evento el 1 de noviembre de las 6 a las 7:30 de la tarde. Lo vamos a tener en el Mexican Heritage Center, que está en el 111 South Sutter Street. Está también ahí en mero downtown. Y es un evento comunitario, familiar, para toda la comunidad aquí en Stockton. Vamos a estar celebrando las vidas de nuestros familiares, amigos y amigas que han sufrido, que hemos perdido al diabetes o otras enfermedades similares. No se está exclusivamente para los que padecen el diabetes, pero también, como le digo, queremos celebrar las vidas de estos familiares que no tienen la información o perdieron su lucha contra el diabetes. Vamos a tener comida, vamos a tener pan dulce, vamos a tener un montón de agua, actividades para los niños, para las niñas, y también vamos a tener música en vivo. Entonces, si gustan, échenos una visita el 1 de noviembre y ahí los esperamos.
Para mí que se va a poner bonito, porque ese es un tiempo cuando la gente se junta y bueno, pues es para la salud, ¿verdad? Y no nomás eso, pero es un tiempo también de recordar todos nuestros seres queridos que ya han pasado. Y siempre se pone bonito, siempre se pone muy alegre. Y ese es un tiempo que uno tiene que acordar de sus familias, ¿verdad?
Exactamente. Y vamos a tener un altar. Entonces, si quieren traer una foto de un familiar, quieren tener su papel picado o una decoración para el altar comunitario, con gusto traigan eso.
¿Y el altar va a ser adentro o va a ser afuera?
Va a ser adentro.
Va a ser adentro.
Va a haber un montón,
va
a haber un montón de altares ahí en el centro, pero vamos a tener nuestra designada y invitamos a toda la comunidad que traiga sus fotos, como digo, sus decoraciones, lo que quieran poner ahí en el altar.
Okay. Pues parece que se va a poner bien bonito. Pues mucho éxito en todo lo que hace, Julio, y muchas gracias. Le doy las gracias porque esto es muy importante. La comunidad tiene que saber, ¿ok? Porque la salud tiene que salir adelante, porque si queremos vivir largas vidas, tenemos también que tratar nuestro cuerpo con mucho cariño, ¿verdad? Porque queremos vivir largas vidas, porque yo quiero estar aquí para mirar a mis hijas crecer, casar y bueno, tener sus familias también.
Uno tiene que tener una vida saludable, ¿verdad?
Ese es muy importante. Y sí, pues muchas gracias, Julio. Julio García, y gracias por todo lo que haces y continúa. Y si yo puedo ayudarte en un modo o el otro, aquí estoy. La radio con el Sabor Latino. Okay. Muchísimas gracias. Okay, you heard it right here, KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. And again, that was Julio Garcia. Phone number, one more time, Julio, give it to me.
858. Sorry. It's 209.
Okay.
479-6881.
In case you have any questions, you can give them a call there, and also I have the number on the credits on the video that's coming out. Matter of fact, it's going to be posted probably tonight, Julio, on Facebook.
Okay, yeah.
And if it's not posted tonight, mañana en la mañana, tomorrow morning, I'm sure it will be posted.
Sounds good.
So it's going to be really neat, and I love it because on Facebook, when they allow this, so many people are able to view it and hit it and then share it.
Cool. Sounds good.
And that's something that I find that they're doing a lot. When they come across something that's very valuable to know, they will share it amongst family members. So that's wonderful. And plus YouTube as well, and other apps that we have. But definitely this was a good interview. Thank you so much for coming, and do appreciate what you do, and continued success, okay?
Thank you so much.
All righty.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
KXVS 92.1 coming soon. KXVS.
rider is the one to meet with. And see, take a little trip, take a little trip, take a little trip with me.
Attention, Stockton. Are you experiencing a transition in business, relationships, health, or your life purpose? I'm Darius Oliver, and I help people to look within and find clarity and direction in their constantly changing lives. Tune in and listen with me as I go deep into your patterns and personal cycles through divine numerology. Any life transition you're experiencing can be illuminated by an in-depth analysis of your chart. For the first time in Stockton, you now have access to a professional numerologist here to help you light your own way. I'm in the booth to help you find your own truth. Tune in to Divine Numerology every Friday at 3 p.m. on The Voice of Stockton.
KXVS 92.1 KXVS.
Hi everybody, as you know I'm Archibald Trails from Houston, Texas. We don't only sing, but we dance as good as we walk. In Houston not too long ago, we started a new dance. It's called the Tighten Up. Now this is the music we tighten up with. First, we tighten up on the drum. Alright now drum. I want you to tighten up one time. Oh yeah. Tighten up on that bass. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. Now let that guitar fall in there. Tighten up on that organ now. Come on, organ. Well, do the tighten up. Come on and do it now. You can do it. So baby, get to it. Too tough. Come on now, we gon' make it mellow, y'all. Now make it mellow. Time is up now. Do the tighten up. Everybody can do it now. Move it to your left, move it to your right. Come on and tighten up. So baby, get to it. Do the tighten up. Time is up now. Come on and tighten up. You can do it. Oh yeah. See if we can tighten up on that drum. Come on now, drum. Oh yeah. Now, tighten up on that bass one time. Come on, baby. Oh, that sounds tight. Now, tighten up on that guitar. Oh yeah. Now come on, let that organ fall in there. Come on and tighten up. Move it to your left, move it to your right. Everybody can do it now. Now make it mellow. Tighten up. You can do it now. So baby, get to it. Move it to your left, move it to your right. Everybody can do it now. But don't you get too tight. Come on and tighten up. Tighten it up now. Do the tighten up.
Do cabell, do cabell, do cabell, do cabell,
And of course, it's that time to play these oldies but goodies, these golden oldies, which I love so much. Thank you for tuning in to KXVS 92.1 FM. Of course, that was, the one before that was Tighten Up with Archie Bell and the Drells. Then we had The Moments with Love on a Two-Way Street. Then we had, oh my goodness, War with Lowrider. And now this is Gene Chandler doing Duke of Earl. And then we have Ralphie Pecan, The Dells, and just a little bit of Joe Paton. Right here on Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez.
Come on, let me hold you, darling, 'cause I'm the Duke of Earl. So yeah. And when I hold you, you are my Duchess, Duchess of Earl. We'll walk through my dukedom and the paradise we will share. Yes, I'm gonna love you. Oh, nothing can stop me now, 'cause I'm the Duke of Earl. So yeah. This is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl. You see, man made the cars to take us over the road. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electric light to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water, like Noah made the ark. This is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girls and a baby boys. Man make them happy, 'cause man make them toys. And after man make everything he can, you know that man makes money to buy from other men. This is a man's world, but it would be nothing, nothing, not one little thing without a woman or a girl. He's lost in the wilderness. He's lost in bitterness.
Hey, all right, let's get in the groove here now. This chick ain't gonna blow my mind. Sick and tired of my love. Had enough, now you're leaving. Ain't no big thing, no, no. Just a game of love. But I ain't grieving, babe, 'cause it ain't no big thing. Ah, sure. Hey, when your kisses told me you weren't true, they became a hurt sore, but somebody knew it. I found her and she is true. Baby, baby, who you who? Hear what I say? Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. I said it ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. No, 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 ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Yeah. When your kisses told me you weren't true, they became a handful, but somebody knew. Hey, I found her and she is true. Baby, tell me who you fool. Hey, ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. I said ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. No, ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. I played your game. Ain't no big thing. 'Cause I couldn't leave before. Ain't no big thing. I'm gonna walk out the door and ain't no big thing. No more. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't
it's ladies' night. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Oh what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night.
Girls, y'all got one. A night that's special everywhere. From New York to Hollywood. It's ladies' night, and girl, the feeling's good.
Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Oh what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night.
On disco lights, your name will be seen. You can fulfill all your dreams. Party here, party there, everywhere. This is your night, baby. You got to be there. Oh, let's all celebrate. It's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, let's all celebrate. Lady, lady, I love you.
Shake it to the ground, rock it.
Girls, y'all got one. A night that's special everywhere. You dance, you smile, the guys go wild. So chic, so fine, you all look so
Oh
divine.
yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Oh what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night.
On disco lights, your name will be seen. You can fulfill all your dreams. Party here, party there, everywhere. This is your night, baby. You got to be there. Well, let's all celebrate. Night, and the feeling's alright. Come on, let's all celebrate. Lady, I love you.
Hey, hey, lady, lady, you're a star.
Uh-huh.
Say hey, hey, lady, lady, you're a star.
Romantic lady, single baby, sophisticated mama. Come on, you disco lady, yeah, stay with me tonight, mama. Yeah. If you hear any noise, it's the boys, it's ladies' night. Uh-huh. Gonna step out ladies' night, stepping out ladies' night. Gonna step out ladies' night, stepping out ladies' night.
Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night.
On disco lights, your name will be seen. You can fulfill all your dreams. Party here, party there, everywhere. This your night, baby, and you got to be there. Well, this is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night
Ven, bailalo, ay, ven, bailalo. Ven, gózalo, ay, ven, gózalo. Que la rumba está buena y contigo, morena, a Santo Domingo es que me voy yo. Ven, bailalo, ay, ven, bailalo. Ven, gózalo, ay, ven, gózalo. Que la rumba está buena y contigo, morena, a Santo Domingo es que me voy yo.
Y es que me voy yo contigo, así que prepara el equipaje, dale que nos fuimos de viaje, baila mi morena ese swing salvaje, métele coraje y no te me raje, hasta abajo dale, que nos vamos pa' la isla hermana, santuariando con los tigres y la dominicana, hace tiempo que tengo ganas, a jugarme en Punta Cana, con mamá Juana y después, si tú quieres lo vamos a seguir, el rumbo por Latinoamérica repartir, de rolling pin morena tal fin, porque vinimos a pariciar y no pa' dormir, 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 vinimos a pariciar.
Ven, bailalo, ay, ven, bailalo. Ven, gózalo, ay, ven, gózalo. Que la rumba está buena y contigo, morena, a Santo Domingo es que me voy yo. Es que me vuelves loco cuando tú te pegas, mami. Es que me vuelves loco cuando tú me besas a mí. Es que me vuelves loco y loco. Es que me vuelves loco. Es que me vuelves loco y loco. Es que me vuelves loco. Es que me vuelves loco cuando tú te pegas, mami. Es que me vuelves loco cuando tú me besas a mí. Es que me vuelves loco y loco. Es que
And of course, that was Bailalo, Ben Bailalo with Chris and Angel right here at KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. And you, of course, you are in tune to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez. And of course, oh, what do we have? Cool in the Gang with the Ladies Night. Oh, that was a remix. I pulled out that from my oldies collection from that Chris, of course, Jimenez has lent us. Well, no. He let us rip the music, so it's ours now. But he's such a sweetheart for doing that. And then we had a Joe Baton with Latin Strut, Oh What a Night with the Dells, and Ralphie Pagan doing Ain't No Big Thing. It's a Man's World with James Brown. And again, you are listening to KXVS 92.1 FM, your community radio station. Yeah. And whenever you have any events, whenever you have something that you want to share with the community, please bring it on over here. Give us a call, you know. You come by and visit us at 231 Bedford Road. We're right over here off the Miracle Mile in Stockton, California. Easy to find, easy to find. If you know where Werlo's restaurant is at, we're right across the street from there off Bedford Road. Okay, and not only that, but if you want to become a member, you can check us out on our website, thevoiceofstockton.org, and we have all the forms and everything for you to become a member right there. If you choose to make a contribution right then and there, you can hit the GoFundMe button or even the PayPal and make your contribution then. And not only that, but remember, because we're a nonprofit, this would be a great write-off at the end of the year. So anybody with new businesses that want to be part of the radio station so we can grow together, then you can do that. If you choose to come on in and send and put something in our donation box, we could give you a receipt, no problem with that. Let's see what else. You can also send it in if you choose to. Address your envelope to read KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. And then it should be addressed with 321 Bedford Road, and that's Stockton, California, 95204. All right. And remember that on Mondays and Wednesdays, we do have Noticias y Algo Más with the Profe Cortés, and that's from the hours 4 to 6. Para las personas que quieren escuchar la noticia y algo más del Profe Cortés, lo pueden encontrar aquí lunes y los miércoles entre la hora 4 y 6 de la tarde. Ok. Como tuvimos el lunes, ¿verdad? Noticia, pero buena. Información de lo que está pasando en México con los terremotos y todo. Y bueno, pues quieren saber qué es lo que está pasando, cómo están ayudando uno al otro. Escuchen a la noticia que tenemos para los lunes. Lo pueden encontrar en Facebook, también en YouTube. Ok, por favor, compártelo con toda su familia y sus amigos para que ellos también sepan. Bueno. Aquí pueden escuchar siempre noticias y algo más, lunes y los miércoles entre las horas 4 y 6. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to KXVS 92.1 FM. This has been Betty Ramirez, your host. Love it, love what I'm doing, and today I had somebody pretty special, and his name was Julio Garcia, who came to talk to us about diabetes and how we can reduce the diabetes or control it and become a little healthier. And that's by cutting back on our soda intake because of the sugar content. Well, anyways, he was pretty cool in regards to information that he was able to give. And so I do applaud him. Thank you so much, Julio, for doing what you do. And he's going to be part of the event that's coming up at the Mexican Heritage Center. And it is Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. And it's taking place at 111 South Sutter Street, Stockton, California, on Wednesday, November the 1st. And it is between the hours of 6 and 7:30 p.m. Contact Aurora at 209-479-6881 for more information. There'll be food and water provided. And like he says, less soda, better health. Menos soda, mejor salud. And they're wanting to, they're inviting the whole community to come on out and be part of this event. And their message to you is join us in remembering those who have passed and continue to suffer from diabetes. So save the date. And again, the date is November the 1st which is a Wednesday, at the Mexican Heritage Center Gallery here in Stockton, off 111 South Sutter Street, Stockton, California, 95206. All right, you heard it right here, KXVS 92.1 FM.
All the times that you rain on my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my name. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake. You think I'm crying on my own, well I ain't. And I didn't wanna write a song, cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care or don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby I'll be moving on. And I think it should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on. But now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. But when you told me that you hated my friends, the only problem was with you and not them. And every time you told me my opinion was wrong, they tried to make me forget where I came from. And I didn't wanna write a song, cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care or don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby I'll be moving on. And I think it should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on. But now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. For all the times that you made me feel small, I fell in love, now I feel nothing at all. I never felt so low when I was vulnerable. Was I a fool to let you break down my walls? Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself.
And again, you are listening to KXVS 92.1 FM, and it is that time for me to say goodbye. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for making this radio station your daily listening program. I do appreciate that. I shall see you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here, KXVS 92.1 FM. And of course, you are in tune to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez. Thank you and God bless. Cat de Luna with Jeremiah. What a night.
Hey, everybody knows it. Yep, that's my chick. Might take it to the club with me, just to make her ex-man sick. Oh, she complained that she lonely, so I took her back home with me. She gon' tell you I'm the homie, but you know that I know, bro.